All right, and we're going. Okay, don't go. We've just looked at the fucking stats. They are atrocious. It's like 50% of people leave the podcast in the first 60 seconds. Don't fucking dog us here. Give Peas a chance. Listen to episode 4. That's funny. You can skip the first 3.
Yeah, really don't try the first 3. Just go straight to number 4.
While we've got you on the back end of this 60 seconds, our Instagram, thank you very much for 161 followers as of the time we're recording. But I just want to say, we had maybe 50 solid, or probably 20 real followers before that, before I self-promoted and people started hearing about us. 219 profile visits, 161 followers.
It's really gone well. Like, this is, honestly, it's more followers than I ever thought we were going to get. I thought 20 was the peak. Like, my dick was hard at 20.
So did I, but the whole point of what I was saying there is, who the fuck is looking at our Instagram and not following us? You absolute dogs.
Yeah, follow us, for fuck's sake. Sorry,
Just
hashtag follow us, for fuck's sake.
Even if you don't like us, just plus, like, plus.
Alright, so we got a guest on today. This isn't our Dougcast episode. It's just a happy way it fell. We have Joel's twin, Thomas, on.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm happy to be here. I'm Thomas, Joel's twin.
This might get a bit confusing.
It's probably going to be a bit hard to tell who's who.
Your voices are different than you think. I think your voices are actually quite different.
I feel like I'm trying to put on a different voice so we don't sound too similar.
Yeah, me too.
Melipnos. So just quickly,
Play
guys.
is silent.
You if you want us to talk about anything at all, seriously, hit us up, flick us an email, fucking message us on Insta. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about you. We don't give a fuck. Without further ado, the zombie apocalypse. Josh, take us away.
Alright, so this one's a fun one, I reckon. This one you can play with in a lot of ways. You can think of, how it starts, how it plays out, what we're going to do, what's going to happen with the rest of the world, all sorts of stuff. So I guess my first question to you guys, in your reality, or like in your envisionment of this sort of event, how does it start?
Can we just clarify, what are we talking? Are we talking Walking Dead zombies? Are we talking that movie with Brad Pitt zombies?
Anything, you choose.
Fuck that.
You tell me.
Walking Dead, please.
Yeah, no, fuck that. What is it?
World War Z.
World War Z. Oh, there's a Z in there.
Scary shit.
Scary shit. Nah, so it'd have to be Walking Dead zombies, maybe even Zombieland zombies.
Starts bio warfare, I reckon. Yeah.
That's it. Run me through it.
I reckon octopi occupy. An octopi occupies an octopus occupies a person, and boom.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, jumps on its head and controls its movements?
Literally,
Be like
you guys
Ratatouille.
seen? So you guys seen Pickle Rick, and you know how Rick's controlling the cockroach. Essentially that, but an octopus. But then once he starts biting them, it's just really tiny little octopi viruses that control the people.
Red blood cells are replaced with tiny octopi.
Yeah, exactly. Bam.
Which each have like 8 brains.
It's a hive mind. It's like a hive mind. Okay.
That's a cool idea, a hive mind.
That is. We'll have to talk about that another time. I just wanted to be creative with it, but the result is the same. Let's make it all the zombies are the same in this reality, though.
Yeah.
Same sort of functionality. Harper, Thomas, do you guys have any...
Alright, so let's...
How do you think it'll start? Thomas, do you have an idea?
I guess biowarfare is probably the closest thing that would probably start it, or maybe a foreign matter from outer space.
Nice.
Yeah, like a symbiote type scenario.
Good stuff.
Josh, you got an idea, or you want to just roll with...
Yeah, no, let's... I've got umpteen dozen ideas, but let's roll with that. Let's keep it.
All right, cool. What was your next question to pose to us?
All right, so we've worked out how it starts.
What's your plan?
Let's say there's, local... Yeah, let's run it down to,
What
primary
percent of the
school chat.
population's affected?
At
this point, we'll say 30%.
No, I say let's go full majority. So like,
Fuck. So
80,
it's just
90.
yeah, so
Yeah.
80% of population. There's, as far as there's, infestation across all centers of the world.
yeah. Okay.
What's
So,
your first step?
I need to get myself to Sydney Harbour. Because
Sydney
what
Harbour,
do
you
we
reckon?
know about zombies? Cunts can't swim.
Yeah, true. And
Alright.
these are walkers again. Got to clarify.
These are walkers. All right. I want to get myself to Sydney Harbour. I want to get myself some guns. And I want to get myself on a cruise ship. I'm getting out there. I'm going to find one of those little tiny fucking islands. Kill any natives that happen to be on there if they're
Poor
zombies.
buggers.
If they're not, then we're cool, obviously. and then that's where I'm living out my life. That's end game. I'm done. Easy. Pack her up. Go home.
Finn. Joel?
Yeah, I mean, in my head, I guess it's just like Dead Rising, and you sort of make like a vault of such, like a fortress of solitude, and you go out and you kill them and you hunt and you forage, but it wouldn't be like that. You'd shit it and you'd probably die. But
Well, zombify.
yeah, in my head, like if they're walkers, Sydney Harbour Bridge, that actually sounds pretty good. I'd try and make a little base of operations, not on the bridge itself, but hanging from the bridge itself. Probably barricade off both sides of the bridge, and that'd be.
You're
it.
thinking on the bridge. I meant in the harbour.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking.
Tom?
I quite like Aiden's idea. Or same thing. You know, go into the forest, as Joel said, do that, or maybe up in the snow mountains. I don't think there'd be much population up there. And in a perfect world, a perfect zombie apocalypse world, you'd be able to kill them and maybe cook them and eat them.
They feel the temperatures and like, oh fuck that.
Ooh, that's a bit chilly.
Let's back her up. Josh, what would you do, mate?
See, I reckon you go and steer completely away from what all you guys have said. I reckon, like Canberra, all right, cool, reasonably big, not huge. Definitely don't go towards any massive population centres like Sydney. That's just going to cause dramas. As soon as you get anywhere near it, there's swarms, right? I reckon you go south. You head to somewhere with a deep port like Eden, where you can still get a cruise ship, but people are not going to be around. So there's just not going to be the same numbers.
And if they are, these are old.
Yeah,
old
yeah,
zombies.
exactly.
These are retired.
These are people who have, well been past their prime.
They live there to die.
Whilst I've got you guys, whilst I've got your attention with this, does the athleticism of the person affect the athleticism of the zombie? If the person's, older and more fragile and a bit brittle, are they easier to?
I guess it just comes down to the decomposition and strength of the.
Yeah, at what rate do they decompose? How easy is it to kill them? Are we going
Do
just
they
straight for the head
decompose at
like
all?
walkers? Like,
See, there's so many questions.
are animals affected?
Are there special types of zombies? Like
Like
chargers?
boss-
Like
bosses.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Spitters, boomers. What else?
Jockeys.
Oh, fuck jockeys. Oh, the hunters.
Go to
Is that
Thailand and every single little monkey's a
I thought you were talking
zombie.
about just the people in Thailand.
And
You want
we've
some brain?
We've lost a demographic.
No, don't worry.
I want to say only 50% of animals are affected.
God, I hope birds aren't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
birds anything avian is dangerous.
Yeah.
Dogs is a bit of a scary one as well, just because of I Am Legend.
No, fuck that.
What about-
just because.
What about
of
insects?
COD. Insects.
What about insects? Like a tiny little black ant, and it just gets
Mosquitoes.
you. And you're like, oh, bugger it, now I'm dead.
That's it.
Done. Fin.
Yeah,
I reckon-
live in a bubble.
I reckon if spiders were zombies, that wouldn't affect me because I run from them anyway.
What if everything though actively, like, what's the word?
But you
Predated. Predated.
Yeah.
We're no longer docile,
Yeah. What if they actively viewed you as prey?
and they could smell you. They could fucking chase you. God.
Okay, so we've got to have something in our favour. Like, what don't they have? Are they blind and they work off smell? Are they?
They've got no legs.
They're extreme.
You're just going to watch where you're stepping.
They're extremely brutal.
It's just a bunch of little balls everywhere, and like they just rely on the wind.
Yeah, they don't actually have bones.
All zombies are tumbleweeds.
Like the Walmart.
You actually just like live in a small area with blowers going around you in a circle 24/7, just blowing them away. Safety.
You've just like live in this fucking knitted ball that's attached to one of the big wind turbines.
Yeah, but the only way you can get away is flying with your knees scraping along the ground, running at a jogging pace backwards. Go watch episode 4. Listen to episode 4, guys.
References.
Yeah, I reckon if there was anything in our favour, it's got to be that they're brittle. Like, you get a planker.
2x4.
Okay, so let's say you have police officers that have become zombies. Can they use their guns?
No.
Very awfully, like...
It's like any bad guy from any movie.
But
They
that-
got,
It's
wow, these guys
specifically
are
like
elusive.
Stormtroopers.
Yeah, I was about to say,
That fan-
Stormtrooper with Down syndrome.
That-
And we've lost another. Okay.
That Family Guy episode where they're playing Call of Duty.
yeah, they're, or
Shooting
when they're
the gun
running
backwards.
away from the cops when they've cut, they're running away from the sheriff. They've been put
These
in
guys are
prison.
so elusive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right.
What happens?
What's
after
your
this?
vehicle of choice to get to where you want
Yeah,
to
that's
go?
a good one.
Motorbike. No, I'm kidding.
I'd go-
Holy fuck!
I'd like to think just a nice, simple mountain bike. Keep fit, quiet, and, you know, Canberra's a pretty small area. You could ride in one day, so...
Plenty of psychopaths around Canberra as well. You know, not that anyone actually is.
All right. I think I'd have to go. So I seen that Tesla is looking at releasing a Ute, and you want an electric car because it's quiet, but it can go all terrain and they're quick. It would have to be a Tesla Ute for me.
I'd be heading straight to the fucking war memorial and getting trying to start up one of the old tanks.
Actually,
Get in that Apache chopper they just got sitting there.
Put a pod filter on it.
I
Change your gears.
take back my Tesla comment because I forgot how fucking long they take to charge. I just want
Wait.
whatever whatever runs on like a combustion engine, really.
not
Not
bad.
Tesla anymore. Probably something like a Subaru Outback or something that you've raised and it's sort of a station wagon, but it's fast and has heaps of flex and a big old fucking bull bar.
I'm feeling quite attacked with my bicycle to comment.
Yeah.
No one's with me on that. Like, why not a bicycle?
Good for
Why-
the snow mountains, I guess.
To
Where
get
you're
down.
living. Yeah.
Like, getting back up. It's a bit rough.
Although you could probably just turn the chairlifts on, have them going.
Yeah, about that.
Oh.
What if you
There's
just...
a lot of energy.
You have a remote control.
Just keeps
and
taking them up too, yeah.
You just set up like a little swag on one of the chairs, take it up a bit, and you're fine.
Fuck, it's cold, mate. Like you have like
They're on
a
summertime.
big old gust of wind, and you are well fucked.
Maybe a couple, I don't know.
Couple blankets,
Couple
and
bricks
right.
on there.
Just maybe an extension lead running through the top, have a little heater.
Yeah,
Until you
so
turn
that's
it
another
on and
thing. How
fucking
long?
Choose the cord and everything's live.
All right, how long do we have power and water and shit running for? And
Well, I mean, that depends on your skill set. I reckon the four of us could sort out, like, food, power, and water for at least a year.
Yeah, I mean, like, why do you need 10 fingers? Nibble down one of them.
No, well, I mean,
Ask it.
long perishables. There's going to be plenty of that sort of stuff all around. Like, you think of it, Snap, and 80% of the population.
Well, now we're talking about Avengers Endgame.
Yeah. spoiler alert.
No, alright, so 80% of the population essentially overnight has become infected, let's say. Yeah, so most of the populations essentially become infected really quickly. You're going to be able to find a lot of non-perishables, you're going to be able to find food, and once you've gotten yourself into a situation or an area where you can actually, develop things, you'll be able to start growing food. That's not a super big issue. And assuming that not all animals, are infected, you'll be able to hunt that sort of thing as well. That's fine. Water's a bit more of an issue, but again, where we are in Canberra, we've got multiple dams around. We have access to fresh water.
Sorry, Aiden's just pretending to suck this mic like it's his dad. It's fucking...
And Thomas is doing the movements with me over there. Sorry.
Surprisingly well.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh shit! All right, sorry. Carry on, Josh. I was listening to you.
I don't know who you were. And I don't know if I've got the capacity to continue.
Look, I eat mouldy food anyway, so...
Oh, that was
Perishables.
so gross when you ate that mouldy bread.
It's a wrap.
quick
Oh.
quick
It's bread.
question. Would you guys say that you can cook the zombies and eat them? Like,
You can,
guaranteed,
but it has to be well.
guaranteed they will taste like an absolute arsehole, but in the end, it's little bit of nourishment, and it's just something to fill your tummy.
How much
-2
smoked
HP.
paprika have I got access to? That is
Yeah, the trick
my
is you
favourite
actually
spice.
have to just salt them like they're snails. Like
None.
that's the trick.
Yeah, or if they tasted like the last thing that they ate.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That could
right.
be alright.
Directly correlated to what body part looks most like what they last ate, though.
Yeah, okay. You nearly go around killing them and just having a little nibble of each every one of them.
What do we got? Oh, we don't know.
Yeah. Mate, come have a fucking bit of this. We just don't know.
Do you only are you able to smell it when it's cooking? And you go, oh yeah, sweet, we got
reckon
ourselves a
that'd be
fucking
nice.
butter chicken. Or do we actually have to? Do we have to eat them?
So yeah, you got to cook them for like 6 hours, and then only in the last 2 minutes you get to smell what they will taste like.
And
So
know
you're
if
cooking
whether
one
to
and you're
back
like-
out or not.
This cunt's been eating dog food.
Fucking Mad Maxing it.
You'd end up having to eat someone that you've been with for ages, and like exactly what their last meal was. You just like,
Okay,
"Fuck, I don't wanna
this
eat that
comes up
again."
to the next question, which is killing/eating friends and family members.
If they're dead, or
They're zombies.
oh, fucking who cares? You
Not a
kill
problem.
them. They're zombies. There's
It's not like they're coming
What if there's a
back.
hope of a cure?
fuck it.
What's an inheritance?
I feel as
the worst
if
part of the movies.
if you are, it's a bit like Charles Darwin. Survival of the fittest. If you get bitten by a zombie, then you don't exactly deserve a chance to become a human again.
Yeah,
that's your
don't be. Yeah. Yes, that was like the weirdest bit of victim blaming I've heard. But look, I'm around it. Yeah, okay, cool. And at least if you knew it was coming, you'd feed them like real good food, eh?
Yeah, it'd actually be like the skeptical thing. If anyone all of a sudden gets like a really nice meal, everyone that person just hang on, wait, what's going on here?
Why you giving me a kebab and
You're sitting there, things are getting tight, so you just start eating your own shit so people don't kill you and eat you.
Good strat.
Solid safety.
What's next? What happens after? How do you carry out your days?
I'd like to start like a new community.
This is just The Walking Dead.
You horny bastard. You
Yeah,
just could not get your dick out of this question.
No, but just with dudes.
All right, no, that's a good point. All right,
The boys.
who you've got a choice. You've got it like all right. So let's say you've got a day before all this breaks out, and you get to
Holy
pick from
fuck.
anyone like in your community net. Who do you pick?
I feel as if I'd just...
To eat or fuck.
No, to
Both,
like
I
to
guess.
have no to have with you in your survival circumstance.
You don't fuck what you eat?
Wait, you got to have someone with you.
Yeah, so let's assume you've got one day
Holy
before the
fuck.
breakout happens, and you're allowed to pick, let's say 5 other people to have with you as your survival
God.
group.
Fuck.
I feel as if I
Now my
wouldn't
parents can't listen to it because
Well, no, so you just got to reason it out. I've
They're
thought
not
about
the
it before.
fittest bunch, so they can't. If they can't cut it,
like I've thought about it before as well. And how many people do I get?
You get 5.
But hold up, do the people you choose also get another 5?
No.
Fuck. Sorry, Mum, but you're a hamstring.
Oh, actually, let's say that one of them gets to pick one person to bring.
I can wash.
Each.
No, just one of them gets to pick
I
one.
can wash clothes down at the river, like. Mum, know that I love you dearly, but
you don't do a very good job at home. You don't
Mum,
do a great job.
Mum's killing it at home, but that's the thing. I don't know how she'd kill it,
Well, kill zombies.
like kill zombies. You know.
She listens to this, she's probably got a fucking deep rage burning inside her.
The thing is, I know Mum often like she's taken the time to listen to a couple of these.
Really?
Yeah.
Has she any feedback from her?
Oh, she goes, yeah, it's funny. I don't know.
What'd you say it like that?
Yeah. Do you want to fucking go, Mum?
You want to get on it? I'm sure the views would be fucking spectacular with you on it.
Listening to fucking about Tupperware and shit.
So how about
Tupperware and Sheridan towels.
Tupperware's
Fuck
a
off.
quality brand.
All right, so
I'll just start promoting Tupperware.
who would you take? Who would you take? And I don't want to be the first person. I'm going to start with Thomas because he's our guest. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
I really don't see myself
Taking anyone in this room.
just taking any females, really.
God, yeah, no.
I don't know any. I don't know any females that would thrive in this opportunity. I feel as if I've been born and bred for this my whole life.
I'm gonna attack
so
someone
right.
personally here, and I'm gonna message them and say, listen to this point in the podcast. But the first people to go on this zombie apocalypse, people with certificates in hair and beauty.
Oh,
No. See, I reckon some of those people are in a good position because they've.
what
Well-
the? No. Okay. I don't want to attack anyone who's in hair and beauty, but how the fuck? That's hot. How the fuck were they gonna
No, I'm
thrive
just-
in this position?
I'm just thinking like, I've met a few people in hair and beauty positions, and they've been brought up in sort of like a rugged sort of hard-working country family. Granted, they're not like they're
That's
not.
just a happy coincidence. That's not
No,
based
but,
on
like-
occupation. You don't learn how to spray a spray bottle and I can shoot a gun too.
No, I'm not talking based on purely like their occupation. I'm talking everything. Like anyone
who
with
you
a
know.
mental illness, they're out.
Oh, done.
Fuck.
I need them.
Anyone with any form of illness, they're out. Because
Holy shit.
you're just looking at your liabilities here. You're not talking about emotion.
Disabilities. You're out.
Exactly.
Let's not edit this and bam, we've lost our final podcast.
The
Our last
one.
hurrah. Our welcoming to the KKK. Like this is
Going out strong.
this is how we lose all our viewers. But you know what's good? They only listen to the first fucking 60 seconds.
I could keep this unedited. Not one single motherfucker would listen to this.
But
Oh,
fucking
bad
Joel
people.
and I out on Saturday night. You sick of radio? Like, and here we are giving shit to probably every cunt we asked that. Like, we've offended everyone. Hair and beauty. We've got a friend of ours who's like following the account. Lovely person. Screwed her over.
Who?
Maddie.
Oh yeah.
Wait, who screwed her over?
We all
Because
looked
we
in
got-
then.
Oh, well,
She's
yes,
fucking.
we did.
You just said she's first to die.
Yeah, listen, not every girl in not every girl with a certificate in beauty and hair, but Maddie, I'm sorry, I just don't think you'd cut it.
Sorry, Maddie.
I know for you, Josh. Like you'd definitely take your old man and your brother, like two fairly handy people. You know, I know me. I'd take my stepdad, and I'd probably actually take my dad as well because the cunt can just grow shit. Like grew up on a farm and all that.
He'd put a stick in the ground and potato come out.
So
A stick, eh?
I'd take those two.
Take only what you need. Comes out with his kebab machine.
You know what? Talk shit, but perfect for cooking over 6 hours.
He actually comes out with that and just a shit ton of red onions.
Starts throwing radishes left and right.
where's the water? You squeeze these babies, it's got juice in them.
I got
Garlic.
Olive oil.
Shit, I forgot the tabbouleh bucket.
All right, so yeah, who would you guys like? You guys would have to take your old man. You guys like the twins. Your old man's pretty handy.
Yeah, he's handy, but when I think of that, I see myself just banding together with the boys and just
Yeah, I think of that too,
going to
but I just
town.
didn't want to say it in case people
as
listen
soon as
to
I
it.
think of that question, like family's not in the equation.
Fuck, it's an awful thing to say.
You have to.
But I feel as if
but
because
like-
I've played a lot of video games, and mum and dad don't play video games, so I wouldn't think of it this way.
They just don't know how to
Look,
interact with the situation.
Because of how well we did at paintball those few times we went, we're pretty certain. Who?
That's the zombies were the people we versed at one time. Fuck, they were dogs.
Oh, but
Okay,
come on,
so-
I one man teamed the whole
But
group.
no,
that one guy.
we bashed them now, eh, Joe? Fucking oath. Do you want to go, bro? Put the gun down.
Right, I'm fucking out. I'm out.
All right, so
Yeah, no family. Look, honestly, our parents, they've lived a life.
No, see, that's a
Truth.
safe bet in saying, like, you also wouldn't want to go through the emotional struggle of, like, having to watch them in a bad situation.
And
All
who's
right.
to say that 80% doesn't include them?
That's just a
Yeah, exactly.
that's just a caveat of this, I think.
Yeah, all right. So
And-
let's say the circumstance is you individually get to take 5 people, and one of those people gets to bring one other.
All right, I'm just gonna make a caveat here. Family's out. We can't say family just because
Good rule.
people will start getting offended.
Yeah, let's just assume the family
Start
was.
to get offended.
If
Yeah,
you've
well.
got past the first 60 seconds, which statistically most of you won't. Actually, no, most of you
most
will.
of you will.
Yeah, it
Go
was
us.
like, yeah.
Look at the good
Woo!
side of it.
What's that? Fucking get us on Ellen. Okay, so with the amount of crap that we've said on this, we've probably got about 20 minutes of podcast because I want you guys to know that one day you'll see all this unedited footage. One day, maybe, but really, fuck, it was offensive. Holy
yeah.
shit.
The day you guys hear this is the day we get locked up,
Yeah,
and not for a little bit, for good.
it's that'll be it.
We're ultimately bad people. We're just trying to do a good thing.
And based on that, I think we need to walk away from this topic. So,
Yes, correct.
cool. Do we have a next topic?
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's what I was going to say just before. Well, just as you hit play.
If you were to choose an animal, any animal on the planet, and you get a little gang together.
Of
Do you
the
reckon-
same animal,
Nah, you could be any animal,
right?
cross species,
Oh,
not
shit.
as in like half lion, half.
Eagle or whatever, but
Yeah,
like you get
as in
a gang
yeah,
of cross species.
that's right.
Right.
Could you take on anything that you stumble upon?
I'm gonna be a moose, honestly.
Ooh,
a big
nice.
fuck
I don't
off
mind
thing on 4 legs. That's
It's
what I
all-
want
It's
to be.
big. It's good.
I think you need aerial surveillance. I would be a wedge-tailed eagle.
Yeah, nice.
And like they're known to pick up sheep and drop them from a height. Like they're serious business.
I'm excited now.
Yeah.
I want to say I'd like to be a wolf or a hyena type animal, but part of me wants to. I don't know if it is very strategic, but a Komodo dragon with a venomous saliva.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty cool. I'll be honest, I don't know about wolf. Like I rate hyena, but wolf, like what makes them good is that they're in a pack, and I know that would be a gang, but like I don't know. Did you guys watch that movie Mowgli? Like it was the Jungle Book,
Yeah.
but M-rated.
Yeah, I just
They
feel as
got
if
fucked up by one tiger.
a
Like,
wolf is a pretty nice looking animal.
Yeah, I think at that point I'd have to go like something big, like an ape.
ape, gorilla,
Grizzly.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
with something
polar bear.
something that has the ability to use a tool to some degree.
I was really
Yeah,
hoping.
you'd need to have something with thumbs.
I was really hoping one of you would say like a polar bear or grizzly bear, something
Or polar bear
of
you'd
sheer
see.
mass and like.
How do you take on an elephant?
I reckon, like eagle, you scratch in the back. Me as a Komodo, I'll bite its ankle.
You're fucking useless in
A
this
moose.
situation.
Actually, I'll be honest. I reckon I'll just go for the ears as an eagle.
Yeah,
I'm just
or
ripping
eyes.
at the ears.
Yeah, eyes, easy fight.
Yeah. All right. Let's get another topic going. I think.
What's that?
What's on your quick question? What's on your bucket list?
fun.
What's on your bucket list? What do you want to do, need to do, want to see before you die?
Or a borealis, if that's how it's
Yep.
pronounced. I believe so.
Pyramids are mine.
Pair of tits would be nice.
He's single, ladies. Actually, I'm gonna put up your actual phone number.
I'd like to see what is it called? The trees in Japan during springtime.
Oh yeah.
Or the cherry blossoms.
Cherry
yeah.
blossoms. Yeah.
That'd be
I'd
unreal.
actually really like to see Hyperion, the world's biggest tree.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I even know how to fucking name, but it sounds awesome.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
It's actually like in a secret location, and I've seen some photos of like people climbing it.
Blue people. Avatar. So,
No, like you see some pictures, and the pictures don't really do it justice because they can't be far enough away.
to get the whole picture.
Yeah,
each tree in the
exactly.
picture.
And so they've edited it together, and you see like people in comparison to the tree, and it's just enormous.
When you said Hyperion, I was like, that's got to be a spaceship. That's a spaceship.
Yeah, my mind went straight to Borderlands.
You know what?
what
Actually, you
you're
know what's on
thinking
my
of?
bucket list? I'd love to see a blue whale.
Yeah, I would actually really like to swim with like an abundance of aquatic life.
To get a real size variation. You always see on TV how crocodiles, they look massive. You know, oh yeah, they're big. But then you see one in person and you're like, holy shit,
fuck,
this
yeah.
thing like is the ultimate killing machine.
What's an obscene sexual fantasy? Not of yours, but if someone twisted your arm, you could possibly get into. Not get into, but do it once.
Okay, you're seeing that episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's very early on. It's like probably, I want to say episode 3. and they're waiting for the autopsy because Jake keeps banging the girl that. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What are
Job
they?
description. It's right there.
What is the job? What is the actual occupation? Anyway, the woman who's meant to perform the coroner. Okay,
Coroner.
so the woman. Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The woman who's meant to perform the autopsy is preoccupied banging Jake, and she's got like this weird fantasy where, she's waiting for the person to be dead. And I feel like I could only get around that because it just means you're lying there and doing nothing, aren't you?
Yeah, not much has to change for you to get into that.
You dog. All right. Well, Josh,
I don't know about any that I could get into. Like,
come up with something crazy and go, yeah, I could do it once.
yeah, I don't know though. Yeah, that's a toughie. Come back.
A chick with a beard.
No, couldn't do a bearded lady.
Thomas, I'm really actually expecting some gold
something's
out of
gonna
you
come out
here
here.
because this is your domain, this shit.
Oh fuck. Why? First of all, why?
Just
is.
alternate thought stuff.
I got one. I guess I've only just. I've got a couple.
Brings out the pamphlet.
No, bad.
Yeah.
It's like a yellow pages with just a directory of different sources.
All right, go for
It's
it, Thomas.
probably how sensitive you guys.
Nah, not very sensitive.
I'm talking about the podcast. How sensitive?
Not very sensitive.
As long as it's not gonna.
Not racial.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I guess I don't know. It probably
I'm out.
Just fucking do
Too
it.
much.
looking at it
Just
now,
do
it's,
it, who
it's probably not even on the topic. But I want to say I'm going to use proper terms here. A vagina. Every time it comes, it's potato and gravy.
Well,
What?
Or
So
what
potato and gravy comes out.
Or what if it's just like a whole wicked wing?
All right,
you have to cook it
this is
yourself.
why we get guests on, guys. Gold like this.
Hang on. Serious question.
That's not a sexual fantasy. That's just.
That's my sexual fantasy. I just want potato and gravy.
That's just food with sex. That's just mixing in food with sex, but that's just what you want to have. It. That's not what could you do if you tried it once or twice? This is if I could have this be the case every single time I'm in bed.
do it the day and you're like, fuck, I'd love this to happen. You know what the worst thing about that is? I would never get fucking potato and gravy for free. I'd have to go to KFC and buy it.
What if what if it worked out like so if the girl didn't actually like if the girl didn't orgasm, they came out as like full potatoes instead of mash.
Full potatoes and gravy, but
packet
like
of-
powdered gravy.
Yeah,
like it's
packet
grey
of grey
box.
Yeah. Gravy cubes.
Makes a little oven ding after you. Straight out.
Still pretty worth it, right? Like
Hey,
you can
got-
take them home.
You got the
and you got a
tools.
potato.
Yeah, you get the tools.
You'd set up an industry where you just sell this stuff.
Yeah, literally. But you'd have to have. I guess it's. I don't want to call it a brothel, but you'd have to have a collection of.
Yeah, you're right. That's what
Just
KFC
pumping
would
it.
just turn into, wouldn't it?
Takeaway, yeah.
They'd save a lot of money in the long run.
Would you have them free range or caged?
We're gonna have to censor it. Nah, actually,
Kitchens
keep-
are pretty expensive, aren't they?
Make him feel more at home. Oh,
Hang on. All right. So
Mops aren't too bad.
what's the male counterpart?
I've got a proper answer to the actual question. That wasn't a bit way off central.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice reference.
Yeah. So you're obviously having sex or like foreplay, but I'm just asking everyone in the room if they could get into like maybe a real rough surface or something, just brushing up against them, like sandpaper or like styrofoam, kind of like feeling.
I couldn't do styrofoam because
Sounding.
the sound of styrofoam
Oh, you're talking
freaks me
like
out.
down the back of your neck.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
But like, do you reckon in a sexual circumstance, you might be able to go, oh,
Gravel's
I want
ju-
some more of that.
like
you know?
gravel, like tarmac. Because I feel
Just
like you wouldn't even focus
like
on it. It'd just
180
be like scratches.
180 grit sandpaper, just like, I don't know, rub it on your tongue, on your
Oh,
nipples
no,
and
that's a bit
stuff.
fucked.
That's just having sex while while you're flying and your knees are scraping along the ground.
Yeah, that's the girl sitting on top straddling.
Exactly.
Yeah, look,
Probably.
I definitely could, not because I like paint or anything, but in my head I'm picturing the most attractive female I've ever seen.
You don't. Yeah, you wouldn't even have to focus on the
No.
surface behind you if you're able to put that out of mind. Thomas, I'm taking it from the question that you go. Yeah, fuck it.
I'll give it a go, I think. In a safe
You
environment.
brought it up, you know. Yeah.
I'll give it a go again.
Another pretty hard one to deal with. So same circumstance, you're having sex or you're getting foreplay, but you're getting a needle, like say just in your arms or whatever, but you gotta watch it slowly go in and slowly out. You know, you feel the pain and everything. Could you do it?
Probably not.
It's a distracting pain,
Isn't it?
It's a,
Yeah.
I'm
weird
actually
about
more
entering
in
the body.
pain thinking about. So I got a flu shot earlier this year, and how fucking sore my shoulder was afterwards.
Yeah, a couple of days, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Rough.
rough. So that's the deterrent
it was
factor
like
for
this?
me.
Here.
Was it only sore like when you actually poked it or something, or was it just active?
No, it was sort of like
pain?
moving it
Yeah.
and shit.
because they don't do it in your shoulder like directly. They don't do it in your bicep, but there's a little spot like
Yeah.
either just in between the two muscles or just above. And
See, part of me sort of likes that.
dude,
It's not a bad pain.
Like you just kind of.
Makes you feel like your muscles have been torn or they're being rebuilt because the
makes you feel like you're back in the gym.
Yeah, well, a little bit. Nah, like you know how like you'll accidentally bite your lip or something, and then you just keep biting it.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that pain. Like there's a little bit of pleasure to it, but
Nah,
like
I don't
not
think this
sexual
is
pleasure.
that.
Be like, you know.
Nah, for me this ain't that. This just hurts. Joel,
Would
it
you
was
give it a
your
go?
What? Oh, yeah. Fuck it. Why
Yeah,
not?
you would, wouldn't you?
Stab me.
what's in the needle?
Oh, just nothing.
if
Maybe,
it's like-
or you can make it like nutrients or whatever. IV fluid, you know. Recover.
Yeah, it's just like just a saline drip. Joel, this is your topic.
All right. Well, I didn't actually think of a few, but now I think of it. So there's. All right. So you're blind. You're tied up. You don't really. You have no idea who's fucking you, and the worst part about it is they're waterboarding you, but it's with delicious liquid.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's take first things first. Can we take the that?
First
sorry.
of all, delicious. No.
First things first. Let's take the sexual component out of this for a start, because this is the weirdest thing.
Pour custard
But I've
in
always
and
just
around my mouth.
I've always just assumed that at one point in my life I would be waterboarded. So another that seems to be in the back of my mind. I'm like,
Get out of
yeah,
Australia.
some sort of like CIA, some sort of CIA, some sort of CIA training arrangement. Like I'm just going, yeah, fuck it. Like,
More
like,
asylum seeking.
yeah. Well, no. Here's the thing. Like, there's this episode of Archer where he's like, "Yeah, it can't be that bad." Like, I skipped waterboarding training day, but it cannot be that bad. And then he's like, "This is fucking terrible." Afterwards, and I've always just thought it could be that bad.
It's
But like, it's the sensation of drowning without having to
Exactly.
drown. So,
it's just
out of
as bad.
curiosity, I'd almost do it. Delicious liquid, like, mate. What are we talking? Like, how viscous is this liquid?
I was gonna say before I did it, disgusting liquids like stagnant water, like just dirty stuff. But
I don't even know if I'd do it with regular water though. Like,
look,
disgusting water makes it
every
worse.
gross or retarded thing that comes out of our mouths, like, don't knock it till you tried it. Like, I'm gonna try it once.
You might like it.
I know I wouldn't, but I'm fucking put it down. Good story.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You
It's
would
one of
not
those ones you tell.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, like you said, custard or fucking bit of fucking.
I feel like you could breathe like with custard. Like you just sort of hold like one side of your mouth
But
up
like it's-
and breathe out the other.
Constantly getting poured on you, isn't it?
Yeah, and you've got a rag over your mouth. I don't think there's much happening.
so
Like,
like,
this
we're
is
really
a thick
talking.
layer of
They're
custard,
pouring
like-
down just like Cola.
Like, whatever you're craving, you know. If you're like, oh, geez, I could go for a nice cold Coke de Savo. Boom.
Yeah.
Nice Coke Zero. Maybe a couple of ice cubes fall on your face as well.
All right, but hold up. What? Also, are we just going to ignore the fact that Joel said you're tied up, blindfolded, and you don't know who's fucking you?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, actually, what I said before, I would not do this.
Yeah.
I forgot I said that part.
Based on that bit, I don't know if I'd do that without. I wouldn't do that without the waterboarding.
Yeah, that bit's kind of scary.
The waterboarding bit or the...
No, the other bit.
I wouldn't do it all just blindfolded. Nah.
But you know who's doing it.
No, if even I wasn't tied up or none of the waterboarding, none of the liquid, some of the liquid.
Depends. Can we assume it's going to be a positive person doing it? Because obviously, if you got no idea who's doing it, like I'm not getting involved.
Well, surely it's not going to be anyone that has a grudge against you.
Are you
that's
saying
out to
that you
hurt
only fuck people HIV positive?
No, I only fuck people HIV Aladdin.
Yes.
That was a dictator reference.
Classic.
Here's another one. Where's the strangest place that you've heard people like having sex or jerking off?
The person who I know has had sex on the lifeguard chair at Big Splash whilst it was not open, and on the slide, I think.
I was on a cruise once, and did like a game show type thing, and this couple that had been married for like 30 years, they had to come up with the weirdest place that they'd done it, and it was behind like the winners post at Flemington racecourse in Melbourne,
That's
where
pretty
they
good.
host the Melbourne Cup.
Decent. That is
They
awesome.
they did it there, and like that is unbelievable.
Did you say older couple?
Yeah, like
Imagine
50?
if this was like last year when they actually did it.
It's not even that
Legends.
weird. It's just sort of like, oh.
No, it's just an awesome
yeah,
spot. Like,
it's pretty good actually.
well done. What about you? Weirdest spot? I know you guys went to school and there was a kid doing it in the classroom. That jerking off. That's weird.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was a hilarious
God.
set of events.
One of the
series of
girls
events.
turn around and say, "What did she say?"
But isn't there a lot of arousement of the chance of getting caught? There is. Isn't
Depends where you are. If you're in a fucking shopping centre, just
See,
beating your mate. Nah.
I've heard a story of someone who's gotten up like in the middle of a pottery class, like a ceramics class.
I didn't know you did pottery.
Not me. And like, granted, this story could be false. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, the story goes that in the middle of the art room, this guy's just jumped up on the table and rubbed one out like into the pottery, like while it's rotating, and he's just done it purely based off the adrenaline of like jumping up on the table mid class and pumping one out.
Did people see it?
Yeah, like,
I mean, the story's getting told.
Did anyone like stop him?
are you going to touch some random guy who's jumped on
Okay,
the art table and
question.
started doing
Question.
Put your
Semen
guard
falls into spinning pot. Does it sit there and sort of centrifuge at the bottom? Does it flick back out? Like how?
If you hit
Like
the
a
outside,
spit
then
on
it
the
flicks
water,
out, but-
like a spit on a wall. Slides down.
I'd want for it to join in.
it becomes part of the pottery.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, like it,
Like
will-
just smaller bowls are created on the inside 9 months
like
later.
one Russian doll, but the inside doll's a semen.
I've heard of don't know him, but I've heard of him. I heard of a guy who's like driving down the coast and he's like just rubbed one out while he's driving down the coast. I think that's hilarious.
It's a good effort while driving.
Yeah,
That's a difficult.
that is
Yeah,
a
that would be a
difficult
difficult thing.
task. And yeah, well, what else? Another person got a blowjob in the back of a car with the family in it.
Yeah,
That's
that's just a risky move. There's got to be some adrenaline there.
Yeah, and fuck, what else? Where was the strangest mate? A good mate actually got a hand job, not in the library at school, but like on these like big steps, on these amphitheater steps. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
That's pretty sweet.
And part of me thinks it's a lie because I didn't know about it at the time, wasn't as close to him at the time, but I feel like that's something I would have just been fucking telling teachers about, telling fucking the welfare people. I would have been making posters, printing it.
Everybody needs to know that this happened.
Yeah.
You hear crazy stories of people going at it at school, hey?
School's probably a bad place for it, especially like high school. Like,
Well,
everybody's
not a
just going
primary
nuts.
school.
You're not
with
going
it.
to do it any other school, are you?
Well, I mean, I'm not.
Anymore. Since you can't come within 500 feet of anyone.
Joel's had to take the reins on that one, as we're all well aware.
I'm going to tell her to listen to this. God.
All right.
Any other good sexual topics while we're on? Like,
We can come back to this because we love to do it.
God, and we love to do it.
You know what is a fun little fact?
Good experiment.
If you can catch a fly, and without killing it or taking off its wings, and you can tie a string to the fly, you can walk around with a fly that's just buzzing on the string.
I've watched this being done before in person.
It's actually quite amusing.
It's
Had
incredible.
a friend. Do I name it? I guess that's kind of animal cruelty, isn't it?
No, fuck no.
It's an insect.
It's a
Yes.
fly.
Squash a bug,
Anyway, I had a very good friend in year 4 named Kyle, and I went to his house. Just to, as you do, you hang out, play video games or whatever, and just have a nice day. Eat just heaps of junk food, and he must have been prepared for when I walked in. He's like, "Hey, I want to come show you my pet fly." I'm like, "Wait, what?" And I walk in there, and on his desk, he's gonna I don't know how he's done it, an elastic band tied around the fly's neck, and it's just walking around. He's got no wings.
How big
I'm
was
like,
this fucking fly for an elastic band not to snap it in half?
Maybe it wasn't an elastic band. It was something. Maybe it would have been a bit of string.
Yeah.
But amazing work.
Oh, that's intricate. That is hours of, first things first. Oh, fuck. It's
Study.
going to get detailed, but you need to study your fly. You
Fly
need to catch
anatomy.
your fly. And then maybe the wings were taken off by accident, but they could have been so it doesn't fly away.
You need to find out what time they leave for work in the morning and what time they get back.
You need to do just the right dosage of fly spray to knock it out so you can tie the string around its neck.
Yeah, how hard is it to tie a tiny knot, let alone hold a fly without applying too much pressure to kill it at the same time?
You do up like a tiny little noose loop.
How many flies do you catch so then you have expendables before you get to the one where you get it right?
Don't actually
you
use
do pump
bug
it-
spray because that'll kill them. Just use a deodorant so it makes them cold as the air expands.
You've done this before, haven't you?
Harper pulls out his
Come-
collection of pet flies.
Come to my room.
It's like
Skeletons on the wall.
No, it's like the balloons from the movie Up. I've just got a bunch of flies on strings.
Look, this is way essential, but something's just ticked my memory. Probably Thomas referring to someone who he was friends with in primary school. Friends with this girl in primary school. And was pretty good friends with her. And went over to her house once, just me, and her mum's, I don't know if I need to add this, but she's English. And she's like, "Yeah, lunch is ready." I'm like, "Cool, what are we having?" She's like, "Pizzas." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I'm keen." Homemade. I get there, I sit up on the bench. She pulls them out of the oven, sits one in front of me. This woman put peas on a pizza.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Oh,
Like it
God.
wouldn't
Stop
taste,
it, governor.
Wouldn't taste bad, obviously. Cause
Please,
peas
man,
don't
can I
taste
not
like
have any more? Like,
Please, sir, don't make me have any more.
I would rather shit in my hands and clap with my dick in between
That-
than have peas on a
That
pizza.
reminds me, doesn't Harper's family have some weird sort of thing at Christmas time? A weird salad.
Oh yeah, no, there is a bit of a weird salad.
Tell us what the ingredients are.
Oh bugger. All right. What's it got? It's called copper penny salad.
Yuck. I
already hate it.
Yeah.
It's got
I'm gonna give it a chance.
No.
It's actually not bad. Like
Here we are.
I wouldn't really call it. I'd more call it a dessert than a salad.
Yeah,
But anyway,
I'm out.
Hey, you've lost me. You have lost me, Josh. I was trying to help
it's
you.
got mandarin slices. It's got marshmallows.
Oh, yeah.
It's got cream of some kind. It's got coconut.
So I'm thinking trifle at the moment.
At
I'm on
the,
that
no, but
path.
at the moment you've just described it as dessert. It's not a
Pretty
salad.
much. Well, that's what confuses me about it.
Does it have
But
lettuce
it's
in
called copper penny salad. No, there's not. I'm pretty sure there's nothing green in it. But
If there's a lettuce leaf
It's
anywhere
pretty good.
near it,
Then it's gross.
that's fucked.
I think the only I don't know. I would call it a dessert, but it's just called copper penny salad.
Yeah, it's a little less gross now. I still would not eat it because it's got fruit in it. And any dessert with any fruit in it is disgusting. You can't change my mind.
I will back this up.
Yep.
the only
I do not
acceptable
support this
way
statement
is
wholeheartedly.
if
false
it is a whole strawberry on top or
Yeah.
half a strawberry
Something
on
that
top.
you can eat or fucking throw away.
So what
quite
about like,
easily.
what about whole? Well, no, actually, I'm not going to ask this question because you two are savages and don't like pavlova.
Yuck.
Who thought of having a crispy outside to a fucking cake?
No,
Savages.
I as a proud half Kiwi, I rate Pavlova highly.
Here's the question:
You're
Who
part Kiwi.
invented the pav?
Let's not do this because
Uh,
I actually remember hearing it was neither.
It was Margaret
I actually
Thatcher.
remember hearing it was actually
Betty
Pavlova. It was named after like a Russian dancer.
yeah, right.
Like, and you can hear it.
That's
can't
why
you?
it's gross.
Pavlova.
That's
Yeah,
why
like-
it's gross.
Look, this has been our quick, short, sharp, half-hour podcast, and Thomas, I'd
If
like
we
to
go
thank
that
you.
distance.
Thomas, I'd like to thank you very much for coming on. Yeah, we may not have had many listeners past 60 seconds based on statistics. Massive thank you to everyone, not only that's followed us on Instagram or on any other platform, or when I say any other platform, that's just fucking Spotify. That's the only other one. Anyone that's followed us, or even some people have given us a shout out or whatever, really means the world to us. If you want us to talk about anything seriously, just message us. Like any topic, we're open to ideas.
We might end up start doing a shout out of the week. You comment on any of our pictures after our post saying that we've got a new podcast out, and we'll choose at random somebody shout out in our podcast and potentially on our story that week.
Be pretty easy to do too, because at best we're getting 2 comments, like at best, and that might even be us. So
Yeah, at the point we're shouting ourselves out. But yeah, thank you very much for, like, we're following everybody back. Give a little something back for listening to under 60 seconds of our podcast.
all right, guys, this is Way Essential, episode 5. Signing off. Hope you haven't been offended. Love you all.